change your life in a year? Then read these 10 books. Number 1, Focus by Dan Koe. This is not a book about deep work focus. This is a book on how to focus in life. Dan Koe is a philosopher, content creator, and a lot more. And he's incredibly wise. He kind of breaks down how conventional thought and wisdom is typically hurting us, and that we need to be able to become creators of our own reality. And the only way to do that is by focusing in and figuring out what we need to focus on. And for everybody, that's different. This book is not necessarily a step-by-step guide to, but it is a book that will lead you with life philosophies and principles that everybody would benefit from living by. How to win friends and influence people. I remember reading this book while I was in school, and I was just having the most difficult relationship issues with people that I really didn't feel comfortable around, and that kind of triggered me. And this book really shows you how to connect with anybody, how to influence people, and how to get what you really want out of relationships in an authentic way that's beneficial for you and the other people. It's not a book full of manipulation tactics, it's a book full of tactics on how to genuinely connect with others. And if you can connect with other people, you will naturally become more influential. It's a big part of life. If you want to influence, you got to be able to connect with people. Highly recommend. The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. This is a book for all the artists out there. It is an incredible book if you feel like you have stopped spending time on your art and you've become too much of an adult. This book will help bring back the inner artist. It's a book full of principles on how to hone in the creativity that you have inside, how to nurture it, and how to protect it. Because not everybody is safe to share our creativity around, and a lot of us lose that inner creativity over time because of our environment, our school systems, our family, and we start to feel ashamed of it. And so her goal is to help you become an artist again and bring out the creativity in you. And she has a ton of really great practices and principles to do so. The War of Art. I would recommend this book to every single person on the planet. It is only 4 hours long, and I read it on Audible. I read all of these on Audible except for one. You can just read it whenever you have time, when you're in the car, when you're driving, when you're walking. This book is incredible because it kind of exposes the biggest enemy that we have as creatives. And you're a creative if you're trying to create anything and put it into the world. It doesn't have to be the arts. It could be scientific. It could be a business. It means you're creative. The War of Art is all about resistance and how we have a war that we go into when we start creating something, and it's a war inside of us. And this book really exposes that for what it is, and it was the biggest life changer for me after reading this book and realizing that I have been partnering with this resistance, and it gives you a lot of really great tactics to overcome it. So if you're somebody who has been struggling to create something, struggling to start that business, and you just feel resistance attacking you, then I would highly recommend reading this book. Think and Grow Rich. This is a classic, and a ton of people probably know about it. If you're trying to get rich or just grow your income, this is a great book, and it explains how our thoughts create our reality. What you think will become your life. It shows you how to focus on what you want, how to create a plan, and how to take action on that plan. And it's such an incredible book. It's a little book, but it is so jam-packed with value. The Big Leap. This book has helped me so much, and it kind of focuses on something called the upper limit problem, which is basically that all of us feel like there's a certain limit of joy, wealth, fun, and peace we can have. Like, we have an upper limit on how good we believe things can be. And a lot of us believe that we can't have it all. And so whenever something goes past our upper limit, we start to self-sabotage and kind of ruin our lives. So for example, let's say you're starting to make a ton of money at work and it's going great. You might self-sabotage because you feel uncomfortable about how good that's going, and you don't believe you can be wealthy and have a good relationship, so you start fighting with your partner. This is an upper limit problem, and it explained a lot because it's difficult for us to see people who are wealthy, healthy, and happy. And I think a big part of this is they don't actually believe that they can have a good life in all areas. This book really exposes that for what it is, and it can help you figure out what your upper limit problem is and where you're self-sabotaging and stopping yourself from living a truly fulfilling life. $100 Million by Alex Hormozi. This is a must-read for any business owner, any creative, any person who needs to sell. This is such a great book. Basically, the book teaches you how to make offers so good that people are going to feel stupid saying no. It is an incredible book, and it's kind of drawn and written for almost a 4-year-old, and I really like it because it feels very playful and engaging, and it was super easy to learn complex topics. And lastly, learn like a polymath. A polymath is somebody who is knowledgeable or skilled in 3 or more disparate fields, and I would consider myself a polymath, and that is the goal, to become a polymath, somebody who does several different things and excels at all of them, because I've never been able to just be one thing, and I'm sure some of you have never been able to be one thing either. And so this book really focuses on how to learn like a polymath, how to learn in several different areas and merge your skills together. One of the things that the book focuses on is transferring knowledge and skills between different fields and finding the commonality between them. It's gonna help you a lot in life if you're not somebody who just wants to do one thing, but you want to do several things. You can find the links between them and learn more effectively. Anyways, those are 10 books that have changed my life for the better. I would highly recommend reading them if you want to change your life in 1 year. I read all of these in the past year, and my perspective on life has changed drastically. So if you want to get a level up in your mindset and take action, then go and get reading these. I am Charisma Collins. I am a life coach, content creator, and entrepreneur, and you are watching What If We Can, where we expand our idea of what's possible by trying and learning new things together. And our goal is to get you to ask the question, what if you can too? Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please comment, like, and subscribe for more videos, and I will see you guys next week.